Okay, welcome back, guys. I'll get right to the point of the video. This video is about Tulum. I've been to probably over 30 something countries, almost 40, and people always ask me what my favorite location is. I always say Tulum, Mexico, and it got really popular and everybody went there over COVID because that was the only place open, and it's like oversaturated, but I still love it. It's my favorite place. So this video is going to be about Tulum, Mexico. Okay, so anyone that has any questions regarding Tulum, you can post the questions in the video in the comments and I can make more videos, but this is mostly about Tulum and everything you need to know. So first things first, when you land in Cancun, but Tulum just opened up a new airport. I'm not sure what countries are flying there directly. I'll make a separate video about that, but right now Cancun is the place to land when you go to Tulum. And then from Cancun, it's an hour drive to Tulum. You can take a taxi as soon as you get outside. Everybody that's ever been to Cancun, as soon as you get outside, there's a line of taxis. They'll be calling you from inside the airport and outside, and they'll be charging you around 150 US, 200 US. Don't pay anything more than 100 US. So negotiate down. They're gonna give you more price. Just negotiate down to a lower price. 100 US maximum to go to Tulum. So if there's 4 of you, you can 25 bucks each get in the car. Alternative method of getting to Tulum is called the auto bus. I take it sometimes, depending if I have time. If I have time, I'll take it. It's about 2-3 hours. If I don't have time, I'll just take a taxi. So auto bus is like $20 to $40, depending on how early you book it, and it goes like 1 or 2 hours a day. It picks you up right at the airport and it drops you off right central Tulum. It's called auto bus. I'll put the link in the bio. Auto bus, ADO. So it's like 20 bucks, and it's like it stops in Playa de Carmen, and then it goes to Tulum after that. So those are the two main ways of going, unless you rent a car. I don't like driving in Mexico. The Mexican police are annoying. Like, I'll make a separate video about that. I don't know if you guys have any experience with them, but I'd rather just avoid that. And I don't really like driving on vacation, to be honest. I want to just let go of everything in my mind. Okay, so when you're in Tulum now, so you've taken the auto bus or you've taken the taxi, and now you're in Tulum. When you get to Tulum, it drops you right in the central, in the Tulum downtown, Tulum Central, where like all the locals are basically. And depending where your Airbnb are, and we're gonna lead to that now, you can just take a taxi there. Taxis are really cheap, like 10-minute drive is like $5, 10 bucks. So you can just take a taxi from there or walk, depending how close it is. So now accommodations. In Tulum, so imagine Tulum is like a square, right? So the bottom of the square is the beach. And that's where, like, if you ever see Taboo Beach Club, Tantra, all the famous beach clubs you see on like the Tulum pictures, that's where that is, at the bottom. So this is a square. The beach is at the bottom, and there's hotels there as well. Those are more expensive. So on the side of the square is like, on the right side of the square is excursions. So excursions, the other beaches, and on the left side of the square is kind of empty, and then it has Airbnbs. And then if you go to the top of the square, it's like the Tulum Central. So just imagine a square. The bottom is the beach, hotels, beach clubs. The top is downtown, where like the restaurants are, the food, the more local places. And then on the sides, you can just from driving from the bottom to the top is about like a 5-minute drive, 10 minutes on the drive. In the middle there is where all the Airbnbs are. My suggestion for anybody that goes to Tulum, stay in La Valeta, which is the Airbnb. It's like the little neighborhood in the middle of Tulum. So it's between the main beach where all the clubs are, the beach clubs and the hotel, and the top part where the Tulum Central is. So then you can walk to the Tulum Central, go to some of the local places, restaurants, cheaper stuff, or you can go down to the beach like you're right in the center of it. It's up to you guys. Like, that's just my personal opinion. I'll put a screenshot of a map up here so you have an idea what I'm talking about, or you can Google it yourself. So La Valeta, that's where all the Airbnbs are, and they have some hotels there as well. So that's the ideal location. And transportation around Tulum. So depending where you stay, again, if you stay on the beach, then you can just walk to any of the places if that's the only thing you're gonna do. If you stay on the top part, where the Airbnbs are, then you're only gonna stay in that area, then you don't need a car. What I usually do is rent a bike or an ATV. Bike from the La Valeta to the beach is about 20 minutes, 15 minutes. To the downtown Tulum is like 5 minutes from La Valeta. So it all depends, right? So, but from the downtown all the way down to the beach is like 25 minutes. So bike is, I like. ATVs you can rent as well, or you can take taxis. Taxis are really cheap as well. And like if you go clubbing at night, you don't want to be riding your bike and stuff like that. So like taxis, you can rent a car as well, but like the roads are kind of crap. So taxi or and rent a bike or an ATV, use that during the day, and then use a taxi to go back and forth from the clubs. Okay, so we've got to Tulum, we've went to the place, and we've focused on transportation. I'm gonna make another video about places to go, restaurants to eat, stuff like that. Please like, subscribe, and follow me. Check my Instagram out. I have more pictures from my locations. If you have any questions or anything you want me to answer, put it in the comments. Thanks for following. Enjoy your day.